Hello everyone, this is Mr. Brain Junkie here, and today we're going to be talking about a black comedy film called Blackmail. Be ready for some spoilers ahead. Our main character Dev is a marketing manager at a toilet paper company. He always stays late at the office playing Pac-Man instead of going home to his beautiful wife Rena. Before he leaves every day, he would message her, but she never responds, so he goes in the washroom and chokes the chicken. But seriously, does he have to use the photos of his colleague's wife? Anyways, his marriage is a disaster as the couple barely speaks. The only thing they seem to chat about is whether if Dev has paid all the bills yet. Talk about being treated like an ATM machine. His friend advises him to spice up their marriage again and that he should surprise his wife by going home early and bringing him flowers. Little did he know, all the flower shops are magically closed today. So our main character has to use some creativity. But I would never in a million years steal from the cemetery. Does he not watch any horror films at all? He manages to steal from some poor undead soul and goes home to find his wife seemingly in a good mood. Just before he enters the bedroom, he hears another man's voice. Furious like any man would after catching their wife cheating, does he rush into the room and smash his wife's head in with a table lamp? Or does he grab a knife and kill the other man? Nope. He walks away broken-hearted and throws away the flowers. When the man leaves, he follows him to his residence, which is a gigantic mansion that Batman would probably live in. He bribes the security guard with some money and finds out that the man's name is Ranjit. In fact, Ranjit is also stuck in a terrible marriage where his wife controls every little aspect of his life because their family is super wealthy. Dev goes home and pretends like nothing has happened. He gets Ranjit's contact information from his wife's cell phone and decides to blackmail them for some money. Little did he know that Ranjit is actually broke too and has to lie to his wife to pay for the blackmail by telling her that he is starting an import business. Ranjit gives Dev the money by placing it into a garbage bin, and our main character successfully takes the first ransom without revealing his identity. Overjoyed at the success, Dev goes out with his friend to celebrate. Through the encouragement of alcohol, he reveals his wife's affair and his blackmailing to his friend. Things didn't go so well on the cheater's side though, as the parent sees right through his lies towards their daughter. The father grabs him by his family jewels and threatens him to pay her back right away. Without any money or options, Ranjit decides to betray his lover and blackmails Rena anonymously with his own affairs. But Rena has no money either, and after unsuccessfully begging her parents for cash, she goes back and funny enough, gets it from our main character, saying that it's for her father's medical bills. Meanwhile, Dev's friend goes on a date with their new female co-worker, trying to get her drunk. But instead of getting her drunk, he gets toasted himself and accidentally reveals his friend's secret to her. This is bad news for Dev, as now she is also blackmailing him. Instead of making any money, Dev now owes more money than when he first started. So what does he do next? He blackmails Ranjit for even more money, which leads to blackmailing his wife, and the whole cycle continues again. Ranjit decides to hire a private detective to find out who the blackmailer is, and buys the cheapest gun from this blind woman. What can possibly go wrong? Dev goes to work and finds another letter asking him for money from the female co-worker. He gets her address from his friend and pays her a little visit. He tells her that he refuses to pay her anymore, but she threatens him for sexual assault if he doesn't pay up. Before Dev can leave, the girl slips and falls on her head, killing herself immediately. At the same time, her parents also showed at her front door, preventing Dev from leaving. So what does he do? He strips to his underwear and puts a shopping bag on his head and runs while being chased by the whole neighborhood. Luckily, he was able to escape. The next day, many police officers are at the workplace to investigate the girl's death. Dev tries to tell his friend to not rat him out, but his friend refuses and claims that they were never friends in the first place. With this realization, Dev steals the guy's car keys and plants suspicious evidence in his car, which the police found after interrogating him. Before our main character can take a break, he receives a phone call blackmailing him again. This time it's from the private detective that Ranjit hired, as he found out about Dev's name. With no better choice, he agrees to a meeting. Meanwhile, Ranjit's wife becomes increasingly suspicious for his whereabouts. She follows him and sees that he was cheating on her after all. She waits for him at home and sticks a knife up where the sun don't shine. Ranjit pulls out the gun and shoots her right in the stomach, and he double taps a few times just to make sure that she's dead. Ranjit then receives another blackmail from Dev, and he blackmails Reena for more money, which she then asks Dev for. However, this time he refuses her directly and tells her that he doesn't care anymore. He does feel guilty though, so he calls his mother-in-law. To his surprise, they never did any tests nor received any money. With this realization, Dev follows his wife and finds out the true reason for her asking the money. He realized that everything he blackmailed Ranjit, his wife took it unknowingly and gave it right back. He took a few pictures of Ranjit as leverage just in case. Dev meets up with the private investigator and pays his ransom. However, he also asks him a favor. The private detective calls Ranjit and tells him the blackmailer is Dev's friend. He then drives over and shoots him dead. Ranjit rushes back home and tries to clean the blood off his hand, but the city has shut off the water to the whole area. Ranjit's parents-in-law also comes over to check on their daughter since she never returned their phone calls. They find Ranjit covered in blood, who accidentally claims that these blood are not their daughters. Needless to say, his future lies in a prison cell. Dev then sends the pictures of Ranjit to his wife anonymously, showing her that her blackmailer was in fact her lover. She deletes his contact information as a result, with her heart broken. Reena, now feeling guilty and wants to make up to her husband. She cooks him food, makes herself pretty, and texts him to come home. However, he looks at her text message and proceeds to delete her contact information as well. He finishes one more round with the cardboard model and leaves his office with victory. So what do you guys think about the movie? Let me know in the comments below. And if you like my video, please press like and subscribe for more. I'll see you guys next time.